everyone, it's Justine, and today I'm participating in a video hop for the Love from Lizi birthday celebration. I'll talk more about that as I'm going along. So I'm starting off with some watercolor paper, and I sprayed it with some water. And I'm going to add some liquid metals, and I'm just adding one drop at a time to various areas on my cardstock. I know I'm going to cut out a peacock feather die, so I wanted to use blues, greens, and purples. So I chose the colors Metallic Sky, Metallic Amethyst, and Metallic Jade. It looks a little bit like a hot mess right now as the colors are wicking out and reacting with the water, but once I add more water and start tilting the cardstock, it looks really cool when it's all finished and done. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding some more water and tilting my cardstock until I get the desired look that I'm looking for. So a little bit more about the hops. So we're doing giveaways as a part of the video hop, and all you need to do is actually just comment on each of the videos in the hop by September 18th. And then there is a grand prize, a year's subscription from Love from Lizi monthly kit, including the shipping. And also there are other prizes including stamps, dies, and embossing powders. It's open worldwide, and the winners will be announced on September 19th on the Love from Lizi channel, which I'll link to below in the video description. So after I finished drying everything here, I used a Ranger heat tool to dry, and then I am going to go ahead and use this peacock feather die from Sizzix. This is the die I was given to create with for the video hop, and I'm going to add these 3 dies here to various areas on the watercolor background that I just created using the liquid metals. I'm going to make sure that I get a variety of the colors, so I wanted to put one on the green, one on the purple, and the feather I wanted to incorporate as many of those colors as possible. I ran that here through my Big Shot die cutting machine, and then I had the die cuts all ready to go to assemble. What's cool is that the actually creates an imprint as to where to add these tiny pieces on the feather. So once you poke out all those little pieces, I'm using a pen blade to do that, and you could also use a craft pick. You can just attach all them together. I created a card base here. It's an A2 size card base, top folding card, measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when I'm finished. I then grabbed a ink refill in black, and I added 1 drop here onto my craft mat. And the reason is I'm going to create my own little spray. So I picked it up using a dry paintbrush, and I just slapped the paintbrush so that creates a nice little splatter on the front of my card. Then what I did was I grabbed my card base. This is the card base I just did, and I die cut the feather out of it again. I wanted to create a 1-layer background for this card. Now, of course, you can skip this step and actually just glue your feather on top of the card base, and it really won't make much of a visual difference. However, I like to do things a little bit differently, so I wanted to try this. I popped the feather out of my card, and then I added a piece of computer paper onto the inside of the card so I'd have something to glue on top of. The computer measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, the exact same size as my computer panel, and I'm attaching it using some tape runner, just on the sides. So I added that to the front of my card, folded my card base back up again, added some glues, this time liquid glue, all over the die-cutted area, and then I went ahead and added the feather on top. Again, you can simply just add the card feather to the top of your card and save a lot of time. I then went ahead and paper pierced all these little pieces back into the card. So now I have a 1-layer background. And again, it's not necessary at all to make this card. But I like the way that it turned out. So I went ahead and I cut the bottom off of the feather here so that it creates a nice little border, and then I went ahead and needed to do my sentiment. So I grabbed this Take Flight stamp from So Susie Stamps, and I stamped it in Versamark ink, but I masked off the area that said flight with a piece of Post-it tape. And the reason being is I wanted to create a little bit of a different background. So I went ahead and brushed away with a dry paintbrush all the excess embossing powder I didn't want to see on my card. I heat embossed this, and now I have the Let Your Dreams Take, and it's permanently there. Then I went ahead and added that Post-it tape again and inked up the area that said Flight, as well as this little spiral, and stamped that onto my card. Then I went ahead and cut down this piece of black cardstock and added that to the middle of my card. I think it looks really cool when it's all finished, having that in the white and black look. I hope you enjoyed this card tutorial today. Be sure to follow the hop, I have it below in the video description, and leave a comment on everyone's blog to get a chance to win the giveaway. It's such a big giveaway and such a great opportunity to try out the Love from Lizi shop. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and click on the right on my face. Over on the left, you can check out my blog, and below I have the next video for the hop there for you to link to. If not, it's in the video description below. Thanks for watching.